Welcome back. Okay, time to talk about football. I mean, talking about grassroots football, development, clubs, ownership, and everything you can pick up. Now, we've got some guests in the studio. They will be talking about Gbagada FC. Yeah, that's the new club right now, trying to get into Nigerian professional footballing. But you know how it is. You have to start from the very, very lower level. Got two of them in the studio, a player and also the owner of the club, and also a manager, owner and manager. Two guys here in the studio. I'll start with you, Olajide Akinyelu. Welcome to the program.
Nice to be here.
Yeah, it's good to have you, man.
And of course, yeah, the captain, you have Biliamin. What can tell me? Okay,
yeah,
Biliamin, welcome to the program.
We'll get to the name later on. It's great to have you on the show as well, too, Biliamin, captain of Gbagada FC. New club, I believe. And you're making your debut in the Nigerian Nationwide League,
Yes.
Division 2. First of all, how did this dream come about? What made you say, okay, Gbagada FC, let's do something about it?
Yeah, football has always been my passion from early years, and I wanted to become a professional footballer myself,
Yeah,
but
okay.
it got to 2010, I had to be honest with myself that I didn't have what it takes to be a pro, so I just went into coaching.
Okay.
And after getting certified 2013, I needed to create something to practice what I've learned. And the best place to start is my neighborhood, which is Gbagada.
Okay.
And the dream started is about putting Gbagada on the football map. Just like if you come to Lagos, you know, you talk about Ajegunle, stars come out from Ajegunle, certain areas. So the project started mainly to put Gbagada on the map. On the map,
and you guys are here now. That's very interesting. Yeah, well, been there. We wanted to be professional footballers, and after a while, you realize that it's not going to work.
Goalkeeper. Well, I think that's a good one. You know, when you feel you can't really realize that dream and all that, you just want to build other people who want to get a chance to play football. And we know how difficult it is for you to be a professional footballer in Nigeria, knowing that you have to do a whole lot. So how were you able to get players to start playing from the very beginning?
Well, like I said, it's a neighborhood project, so it was quite easy.
Okay.
You know, they're selling. We were a non-league side for the past 4 years.
Okay.
So just calling players in the neighborhood, and they saw this young coach trying to do something differently. So we used the scouting system of a player calling another player.
Wow.
Okay.
You understand? So when they come around, I check if they're good enough, and I only kept players that have something to offer. So we kept ourselves together for a couple of years, and 2016, we realized that we could actually compete with the so-called league sides.
Interesting.
And here we are today.
Interesting journey, and I have to say there. And what we're seeing on the screen now, and that's the unveiling of your kits for the 2018 season, your debut campaign. Let's come to Biliamin Adekunle. You're the captain of the side. I imagine you're excited and ready to go. You're very excited for the new season, Biliamin.
Yeah. This is what we've planned for, and we are ready to give it all it takes to succeed in it.
Interesting. Succeed. I mean, you've seen the leagues, you know a lot about the clubs as well. So how do you think you can match up with some of these household names in the league?
For 5 years now, I've been an opportunity to lead the team, to carry along the team of fantastic players. These are what we've dreamt of, and we're ready to give it all it takes. We've worked on the pitch, on and off the pitch. So we are ready to compete with the so-called team. Though we are not, we might be seen as an underdog, but we are ready, fully ready to compete.
Interesting. Underdog stories can be very, very...
The confidence level is very high.
Interesting. You're amateur club, right?
Yes.
Right. Yeah, I know it's amateur club, but then you still have to be able to, remuneration is still important. I believe you don't get much when it comes to media revenue and match day. So how do you intend to actually, keep these guys body and soul together? I imagine they do other things as well apart from playing football. But from your own side, as owner and manager.
Yes, as a team, in able to be able to sustain the club, we have to create ways to generate funds, and one of it is a match day revenue. But too bad for us, this season, the home and away format has been cancelled. So that means of sourcing for funds is out of it for this season. But we launched our jersey last week, and we got huge positive feedback. Not just feedback, people placed others from Taraba, Abuja, Benin Republic, South Africa. So if now first we got quite response like that, then I believe it can actually work. We're not just selling jerseys, we're selling other stuff. Training wears, jacket, and people have been placing others all around the country, not even Lagos. So that's quite encouraging for us. And we have what we call match day program that we wanted to introduce. They don't use it here at NLU level.
Okay. What's it about?
It's basically everything about the team. On our home games, we use it to tell our story in our own unique way. And so we had plans of selling hard space in the magazine, which some people already bought into, even without seeing a copy. So we believe if we can do all of this for next season, we'll have enough funds to sustain ours. And hopefully sponsors can come on board to make the dream bigger.
That's very important. It's unfortunate that your plans are to actually generate revenue from match day situations. That cannot happen this season because of what has happened.
Yes.
But you have to get by somehow for your debut season. Let's go and talk about the players that you have. What is the makeup? What's the composition of the team? I mean, the players now. Are they students? Are they tell us more about the makeup of the side.
Yes, for the squad, we have a tiny squad, about 24 players in all. Okay. And about 79% of the players are in the neighborhood. Oh. You understand? Like I said, it's about putting Gbagada on the map. They are not students. They are players that actually want to make it pro. And I feel this platform can, bring them to the limelight. Platform. And from here, they could actually move.
Realize the dreams.
Yes, so it's about the neighborhood. And I feel this would definitely put them out there.
Okay, you're talking about you're the captain of the team. We know how hard it can be, when you're more like the head there and how to put these players together. You guys have a dream, and which is to gain promotion and all that. See if you can get to NNL, of course, for any MPFL, which is the bigger dream. How do you guys relate to each other to ensure that you can achieve that dream?
At the beginning of the season, we lost some games. But as time goes on, we kept working on the pitch. During the FA Cup, we got knocked out at the round of 16 by Spartan FC, which we drew 1-1. We lost via penalty. But after then, for 14 games now, we've been able to win 11, drew 1, and lost 2. Wow. The 2 we lost, it was against a big team, Wemo FC and MFM. But now we keep trying, we keep working on the pitch to make it a success.
Interesting. Let's come back to Jide, the manager and the owner of Gbagada FC. Just to expatiate on this particular matter, how ambitious are you going to get with Gbagada FC? How realistic are your chances of, perhaps getting to the MPFL?
Well, the dreams are so big, bigger than me, scary at times.
Tell us about it.
We're looking at Gbagada FC getting to the MPFL in about 8 years max. We have a time that we're working with 8 years, and if MFM could achieve it and get into the Continental, definitely we can do it with the right resources and all. So it's a big dream. We're looking at owning a 30,000 capacity stadium within Gbagada someday. Because football is serious business, it's not charity.
Okay, what you just said is like you want to own your own stadium.
Yes,
your
that's
own
the dream.
Ground. I mean, where you can actually say, this is Gbagada FC home.
That's the dream.
Okay, I think I like that. I mean,
that's fantastic.
That's big. Well, you talked about, the merchandise you've been able to do, selling jerseys and all that. We know some professional clubs in MPFL don't even do this. How did you manage to do this? Social media, how did you do this? Because Gbagada, everywhere I've seen the jersey, I was like, okay, where is this club coming from?
Well, I was lucky to meet the owner of Hagai Sportswear, and we had a chat, and he got convinced that, okay, what you're saying, it's actually doable. So he came on board and supported us. So we had a partnership. So all the way, Hagai has been there to make it work for us. As a small club, we don't have finances. We have a tiny budget. So we just have to think of how to generate funds. We just have to, because it's not quite cheap running a league side. So we just have to think of ways to generate funds. So selling merchandise is the only option. For example, this is my calculation. Lagos is about 20 million.
Okay.
The football industry, I'm sure we have over 1 million. So if we can build ourselves, build the fan base and get to about 500,000, though it's not going to be easy, it's not going to happen overnight, it's going to take time, then definitely the club can definitely live on 500,000 fans.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, he talked about you know, remuneration and all that. We know how hard it can be. I mean, what's it like? Is it really something that you guys are happy with?
Something you can live on?
Yeah. In Gbagada FC, it's all about passion.
Passion.
It's the passion that drives us. It's the passion that keeps us going. So we know as time goes on, we'll get there. We'll get there.
So right now, it's not about the money. Right now, passion first.
It's all about passion.
You know, everything
like
started like this until some of the players started leaving and all that. There's actually a point where, I mean, scouts will come, I mean, your players start leaving and all that. So that's usually a very big deal.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
It has to happen. Players have to move because it's about the players, not about the team mainly. It's about the players. So the joy of the team is someday we'll make a major transfer of one of our players going to the bigger teams in MPFL. You understand? You go and we can put it on our profile that, okay, he started with Gbagada and here he's playing for Kano Pillars or playing for MFM or playing for Uber. You understand? So it's a thing of joy. Players have to move. So it's left to me as a coach to, you know, fill in the gap when they move and help another player achieve his dream.
Okay, so, Billy, I mean, what are your dreams? I mean, outside playing MPFL someday, what are the other dreams for you?
Oh, well, I believe one day I'll definitely play in the MPFL.
Okay, outside that, I know, of course, outside that, maybe play outside Nigeria, get to the Spragues or something, I mean.
Yeah. That's the target.
That's the target. That's the target. That's the plan. That's the dream.
Okay.
We'll definitely get there.
Okay. Tell us more about yourself. I mean, which position do you play in the team, and a few more things about your profile.
Yeah, well, I play at the central defense.
Okay.
Can play from the outside right. Yeah.
Okay. Right back. Okay.
From the defense line.
Okay.
Yeah.
So central
right
defense
back.
and right back. Versatility
cool.
is very important
that's really
in
cool.
modern day football now.
Yeah, which is, I mean, you can actually rule that out when you know that you can play both positions. So, I mean, coaches will always want to. It's always difficult to get that right back and also central defender. I mean, being able to switch and play exactly and play it well, not just, you know, good in one aspect and the other one you can just manage, but both, I mean, position you're good in that. It's always very difficult to get that. So how were you able to train and kind of, you know, position yourself in this kind of difficult defensive position?
No, it's not that difficult. That's where the help of our coach comes in. He's there to help us, to tell us where to go, to tell us where to move, to tell us what to do at the right time.
Coaching is important. So you're saying you're a very coachable player, right? Very coachable. You're not one of those players that everything gets to the head and you're like, Coach, please, I know what I'm doing. One more question before we go, guys. It's been great to have you on the show. What is the input from Gbagada itself? I mean, Gbagada
community.
As a community, what input do they have in this club?
Well, for now, I would say just the support of the local fans, the grassroots for now, that's it. But we becoming a league side, definitely, I believe people will come on board to, you know, push us.
How well have you used the social media?
Like I say, we have a tiny budget, so we're just trying to put ourselves out there.
Interesting. Yeah, go ahead before we let you go to just let us the viewers that know the guys are leaving Gbagada that want to support you guys and probably want to watch your games. How do they get in contact with social media handles and the likes? Go ahead and tell them.
On social media, you'll find us at Gbagada FC, and you'll find us at Gbagada FC. The league commences next week. We're yet to get the fixtures, the group, and the venue, but as soon as that comes out, we'll communicate with our fans. We'll appreciate our fans coming out to give us the support, and together we can get to the next level, which is the target.
Fantastic. It's great to have you on the show. Jide Akinyelu, owner and manager of Gbagada FC, as well as captain of the team, Billy Adekunle. Thanks for coming on the show. Appreciate your time. Yeah, we need to go on a break now. When we come back, we'll be reviewing what went down in the Nigerian Women's Football League yesterday. It was a big match in Lagos that ended in a very convincing win for FC Robo against Abia Angels. We'll show you the highlights when we come back.